Hello, my name is Cece and welcome to my very first YouTube yoga video. I'm a little nervous. I've been wanting to do this for a while and I finally just decided that I'm just going to do it. I'm not going to plan it, so we're just going to go ahead and yoga. What I'm thinking I want to do for my first video is I'm not so much interested in focusing on the physical aspects of yoga. I'd much rather ingrain the most important thing about yoga, and that's the breath. And so yoga is breath. Yoga means union. And so that means uniting the body and the breath together in movement and stillness in all aspects of your life, just not on the mat, but off the mat as well. So I thought we could do some gentle warm-ups to help connect you with the breath. And these will be great for if you're warming up before a workout, if you're cooling down after a workout, if you want to do them before you go to bed, if you want to do them when you wake up in the morning. They're just great movements to breathe. And breathing is never a bad thing. So we'll begin in a seated position, and if sitting cross-legged doesn't work for you, don't even worry about it. You can sit however you want. You can sit on your knees if that's more comfortable for you. If you want to sit on a blanket or a pillow, if that makes you more comfortable, go for it. So long as you're sitting up nice and tall and you can get a feeling of grounding down. That's the most important thing. So beginning in a seated position, just elongating the spine here, maybe closing your eyes just to get a better visual. So let's just take a nice deep inhale through the nose and then sigh it out through the mouth. Sighing is a huge part of Kapala yoga, which is the type of yoga I teach. So you'll get used to this whole sighing thing. So let's inhale again with the nose. Exhale with a sigh. Just let it all go. And then allow your breath to just return to its natural state of being. Don't try to manipulate it in any way. Just notice how your breath is flowing right now. Perhaps paying attention to the length of the inhales and the exhales. Perhaps your inhales are longer than your exhales, or your exhales are longer than your inhales. Just noticing these subtle qualities of the breath. And then noticing when you breathe, how deep does it go? Are you just breathing into your chest or your throat or your chest? Seeing if you can breathe a bit deeper so that it almost seems like it's going down into your ribs and your belly. Expanding the belly if you can. So just deepening the breath. Seeing if you can ever so slightly lengthen the inhales and lengthening the exhales. From here, keeping that breath nice and deep. Imagine grounding down through your sits bones. And then imagine your crown of your head drawing towards the sky, tucking the chin in ever so slightly. Shoulder blades come up and relax the shoulders down the back. Elbows hanging loosely underneath the shoulders, hands resting gently on the knees. And just observe yourself. How do you feel right now? And don't just make this a pure, like, how are you feeling mentally? How are you feeling physically? What does your body feel like? What does your mind feel like? What does your breathing feel like? So the idea here is that by observing yourself in this state, once we begin our practice of yoga and movement, we'll kind of create a comparison of how yoga can nourish us. And so our first movement will be something called like a sun breath. So inhaling, bringing the arms up overhead, and exhaling them down. Connecting breath with movement. Inhale up. Exhale down. And move with your breath. If I'm breathing faster than you are, who cares? If I'm breathing slower, just as long as you're moving with the breath. You're inhaling up. And then you're exhaling down. 2 more times. I don't even know how many times that was. I lost track. 1 more time. And now let's go from side to side. So inhaling over to one side, side stretch. Exhale. Inhale to center. Exhale, opposite side. And you may have some cricks and cracks going on, like me. My shoulders crack all the time. And that's okay. 1 more time to each side. Exhale over. Inhale, center. Exhale. And returning center. Placing now your right hand on your left knee. Inhaling, sitting up nice and deep, and then exhale, twisting towards the left. And your left hand is close to the buttocks, supporting you. Almost a cue to stay elongated and tall in this twist. Inhale. Exhale back to center. Placing the left hand on the right knee. Inhale deep. And then exhale, twisting towards the right. Inhale. Exhale, center. And bringing the hands in front of you here. And then gently walking them forward. And coming into a bit of a forward fold here. It doesn't matter how far you go. Just folding forward over the legs. Inhale. Exhale, walking back. Switching the cross of the legs if you're seated cross-legged. And then inhaling again. And exhaling, walking forward. And coming back up. Just going to come onto our hands and knees here. So aligning the wrists under the shoulders, the knees under the hips. And beginning with just a wagging the tail, bringing the right ear towards the right hip, left ear towards the left hip. So you're just kind of wagging your tail, just like a dog. Be a happy dog. And coming back to neutral. And then inhaling. Exhale, rounding the spine, coming into cat. Tucking the chin, dropping the tailbone. Inhaling to dog or cow. Swaying the back, lifting the gaze, drop the belly. Exhale, cat. Moving back and forth with your breath. Inhale here. Exhale, transition. You're trying to coordinate this movement with your breath. When your breath moves, your body moves. One more cat. And then coming back to center. And we'll just do a little challenge for our core here. So extending the left leg back straight. And the right arm comes forward and then lifting the left leg. So opposite arm and leg for something called balancing cat. Inhale. Exhale, releasing down. Extending the right leg back. Left arm comes forward. Lifting the leg, coming into our balance, drawing the navel up towards the spine. Exhale, release. From here, we're going to come into the best yoga pose ever, child's pose. So from here, we can sink our hips back towards our heels. And you may want your knees together if that's more comfortable. If not, you can open your knees to make room for your chest to come forward. And just relaxing here. If your forehead doesn't come to the mat, what you can do is you can grab a yoga block or like a really big book, and you can rest your head. Whatever is most comfortable. And floating back up to the table. Sinking back once more. Floating back up to table on the inhale. Exhaling child's pose. Inhale, table. Exhale, child's pose. And then transitioning here to lie down on our backs. And if you have a strap or like a tie handy, that would be great. From here, just lying down on your back. Bringing your arms out into a T position. And then allowing the knees to drop to one side, towards the right, and gazing over towards the left. Shoulders are still on the ground, still keeping with the breath, seeing if you can breathe into the belly, watch my belly. See the rise and fall, that's what you're aiming for. And inhaling to center, dropping the knees over towards the opposite side, the left side, gazing over towards the right. And back to center. Extending the right leg long, hugging the left knee in towards the chest. And then with your strap here, looping it around your foot, the ball of your foot, and extending upwards. Now, if your hamstrings are a little tight, it might be hard for you to straighten your leg. You might find that you might be here or here. You will get it. Go wherever is comfortable. Go to the place where you can breathe easily. That's a good cue. If you can't breathe, then you've gone too far in your yoga pose. Come to a place that's comfortable where you feel a stretch in your hamstring. Breathing. Releasing the strap and then exhaling the leg down slowly and control. Inhaling the right knee, hug in towards your chest, looping the strap around the ball of the foot, extending the leg up. You might notice a difference between your two legs. One hamstring might be tighter than the other. So again, if you're here, that's good. Try flexing the foot to activate the backs of the legs a bit more, and breathe. Releasing here, and then exhale, dropping the leg down towards the floor. Hugging both knees into the chest, and just rocking from side to side. And now one of my personal favorites, dead bug pose. That's what it's really called. So extending your legs up towards the sky and your hands up towards the sky, and dropping the shoulders down so that they're flat on the mat. And from here, you can flex and point ankles and the wrists just for extra movement if you'd like. You can even circle them a bit. Again, releasing some of these built up cracks and cracks. And then just settling on a place of stillness. Tuning into this inversion, the reversal blood flow. Take 3 deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, hugging the knees in towards the chest. Rocking up to seated or rolling over, making your way back to a seated position. Adjusting yourself so that you're in a position that's very similar to where you started, right? Finding that place, allowing the eyes to close again, and then tuning into how your body feels now. Now with yoga, ideally we want to be in the present moment, but to help us get to the present moment, we need to create that awareness of our body. And to do so, one of the easiest ways is to observe the body before the practice and observe the body afterwards. So we're not living in the past or living in the future necessarily, but we're training ourselves to recognize the subtlest differences in our body. Maybe your legs feel differently after being stretched a bit. Maybe you feel like you're sitting a little bit taller. Maybe you just sort of feel that yoga high that because you've been breathing deeply for the past 18 minutes, that you feel less anxious perhaps. And then bringing the hands to heart center in what is called the Anjali Mudra, prayer pose. A mudra is a seal, which is completing the seal. So by bringing the hands together like this, we are sealing our energy together. And so completing that energy circuit feels good, feels almost a little bit more, feels natural, I guess. It's hard to explain, but see if you can bring your awareness to the energy that's flowing in between your palms. And so with real gratitude for the time that we've spent together, Namaste means that my internal light acknowledges and respects the internal light within you. Thank you so much for giving this a try. This has been a great experience for me. Perhaps next time I might be a little bit more rehearsed or maybe wear something differently, I don't know. But I really enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment or track me down on Instagram. I'll put all my contact information up. So thank you again, and namaste.